The fear of death is an impending reminder. It's a primal fear that reminds us of the most important thing in all of existence, our will. It works like an open secret, one that no one acknowledges, but our actions speak for us. Our beliefs, opinions, instincts, what we embrace and what we carry without asking, they all form a pattern. This pattern is what we call the self. Think of it like a mathematical equation. Every life situation a variable. When you plug yourself into that equation, you get a unique output. No one else's pattern looks exactly like yours. Over time, that pattern shifts. It tightens in some places, fractures in others. You refine parts of it, resist others, and some simply persist no matter what you do. Without even realizing it, you're constantly shaping the world in your image, guided by your will. That's the baseline. You are what you leave on existence. Others would disagree. They'd argue ourselves are a deeper thing. They'd say that we have something called a soul. Fine, let them. I won't argue the soul's existence. We all have souls. But the thing is, our souls are the most useless, unexceptional things about us. And I mean that literally. The existence of the soul isn't something you could really refute. It's like what Rene Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. Though I and others would slightly disagree with his famous statement. Rather than thinking being the prerequisite for existence, it's something else. Something deeper. While there's no straightforward answer to what the soul exactly is, it's immaterial. Something of non-matter, something ethereal. Ask yourself this. What is the only thing about you that is immaterial? No, it's not your thoughts, not your personality, not even your memories. All of that is data stored in the brain. Let's revisit Descartes' thought experiment, the deceptive demon. He imagined the demon tricking him about everything. His body, his senses, the external world. His conclusion, even if everything was a lie, he couldn't doubt that he was doubting himself. And if he was doubting, he was thinking. And if he's thinking, he must exist in some way. But I think he stopped one step too short. Think for a second. No, really, actually. Let your mind wander. There's something watching your thoughts. There's something experiencing all of this. Something observing all of your actions. This witness is what I'm pointing to. That is your soul. I observe, therefore I am. As you exist right now, there's an experience going on. Something observing your every move. This observer is silent. It does not speak. It doesn't argue. It doesn't reason. It's that part of you that feels without interpreting. That's your soul. And we hold this immaterial experience to such a high regard because we believe it's the only thing special about us. We believe that through the existence of our souls, we can experience the eternal and somehow combat death. Because the soul will somehow continue on. Let me be fair. The Buddhists, the Taoists, the monks wasting away in their temples, they're not completely wrong. We could actually prove that it's true to some extent. See, if the soul, our experience of reality, is immaterial, then we have to ask, what else is immaterial? Gravity, space, math, causality. What do these things all have in common? They're not suggestions. They're not phenomena. They're not things that just happen to exist. They're rules. They're the silent laws that uphold reality. Matter obeys them. Energy depends on them. You don't get atoms without space. You don't get motion without time. You don't get anything without these immaterial anchors. If the soul is also immaterial, then it doesn't sit inside of reality. It's a condition of our reality. Your conscious awareness isn't an emergent quirk of biology, but rather it's another law, an axiom, a structural feature, like gravity. This means two things. 1. Everything is being observed. If awareness is structural, then it's woven into the fabric of reality. And 2, the soul is eternal, not because it survives like a ghost, but because it was never temporary to begin with. Rules can't die. You don't bury gravity. You don't burn logic. You don't mourn math. These things just are. But now, remember what I told you. The soul, for all of its wonder, is fucking useless. It sits there, watching, waiting, never speaking, never choosing. What makes us humans special is not our inner observer. It's will. Think about it. We don't believe we're special because gravity works on us. Gravity works on everything. Not only that, when you align yourself with your inner observer, when you meditate, when you strip the self away, you get this feeling of interconnectedness, calmness, peace, a fucking rock. You're reducing your awareness down to the level of a fucking rock. What makes you human? What makes you worth anything isn't the quiet ghost behind your eyes. It's the part of you that fights, that wants, that acts. What exactly does this immaterial experience of observance give us? Take a body and remove its inner observer. What's lost? Rip the soul out of a man and tell me what's missing. Not his hunger, not his ambition, not his pain or love or rage or need. How you change the world isn't dependent on an inner observer. It's dependent on the meat, the physical workings of our brains. Observation is passive, it's peaceful, but we're active creatures. It's not in our nature to accept entropy. When you were born, peace was never promised. Balance was never promised. Pain was, but so was pleasure. The spiritualist tells you to quiet that voice inside, that voice that seeks pleasure. They tell you to float, to detach, to numb that sharp edge of your personality, wrap it in gauze and call it enlightenment. Enlightenment, peace, interconnectedness, the state where nothing bothers you no more. Do you know what else isn't bothered? Corpses, vegetables, stones. That's not enlightenment. That's surrender. You want to reach the eternal? You want heaven? Then give up on the observer. Because one day your body will die. The thing experiencing, the thing observing all of this will move on. Not to heaven, not to hell. To somewhere else. Observing some other process of the universe. That calm, floaty peace you chase. That's not transcendence. It's going to be your default state after death. You are going to have peace. You are going to have interconnectedness. But not now. Right now, you are meat, voltage, and violence. Now you are made of will. If you want eternity for this special version of yourself, your willpower is how you'll claw at it. But that clawing, that fight, it's not just chaos for chaos' sake. It's fulfillment. You carve your shape deepest into the world when you live like your pattern matters. When your wants, your contradictions, your joys and despairs are expressed fully and honestly. That's what lasts. That's what echoes even beyond death. Think you can't survive after death? Bullshit. Your body's a pattern, a shape that thoughts take. That pattern survives, you survive. Spread your ideas, infect other minds, forge alliances not of convenience but of essence. Take your morals, your styles, your contradictions, mass produce them. When another person acts like you, thinks like you, moves through the world as if you were piloting them for just a second, that's you. That's you flickering back into life. Accept that the observer will move on. Let it blend into reality like breath into the wind. But to you right now, this person, your will, that's the thing that sparks when touching the material. You're not here to float. Not yet. You're here to carve yourself onto existence.